All right.
So who are you?
I'm Maddie. Who are you?
You're who?
Maddie.
I think you said Addie. It's like, who's Addie? The M is silent.
Yeah. I was going to make that pterodactyl joke, but...
All right, so what are we talking about today?
Dating.
Just in time for
Valentine's
Day.
Singles as Awareness Day.
We'll pretend that today is the actual day of Valentine's.
And not the day after.
So what'd you do for Valentine's Day?
Single Pringle, didn't do much. Just saw people either flaunt their boyfriend or complain about being single on social media.
Their boyfriend. How does one flaunt their boyfriend?
Just like
on social media?
Yeah. You know, just like the cliche, like, you're my world. You're so wonderful. I'm so happy when I'm with you. Just like the cliche thing.
In reality, they're like, they hate each other.
Oh, yeah. I've just never been in a position where I'm like, yeah, I could totally understand why you would want to post that. Did
you ever flaunt a relationship on social media?
I mean, I would post to like Snapchat and that kind of stuff, like cute little things, but I wouldn't be like, oh my God, you're my world. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's a very personal thing to say.
Right, and that's reserved for people like me.
What?
Right?
What does that mean?
Well, I'm
like, you're my world. You're not that special.
Fine. Jeez.
But no, I was never inclined to like flaunt my relationship. But like, I've only been in a 2-month one, so I mean, I guess I didn't get to the "you're my world" stage. But
that's at what stage is the "you're my world" stage?
See, it's so weird because, you know, like, okay, seeing other relationships and I'm like, oh, wow, it's only been like, 2 months and they're already saying I love you and stuff like that. It's kind of like, I didn't really understand until I was in a relationship because like, it was like the 1 month mark and then the 2 month mark. And I was like, wow, I feel like we've been dating for like over 8 months. Like, it feels like a really long time. It all just depends on like how much you hang out and how much you're like with each other and that kind of stuff. Because like if you've spent like whatever 3 months together, but you don't really hang out that often, you're not really close with each other, but if you spend like a month together every single day together, then I feel like that's justified to feel how you feel.
Right.
I don't think there should be a time limit. I really don't. Like, I hate when people are like, oh, well, like, I was about to say age is just a number. That is not what I meant to say.
Age is literally a number.
But like, I hate when people are like, like, oh, like we've been together like for 3 months and he hasn't said I love you. It's like, if you don't feel it, then you don't feel it. And I don't think you should say it if you don't feel it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people should be like, oh, it's 3 months. We should be saying I love you. I love you. Like,
I love you, honey. I love you.
I think it's just a feel what you do.
Don't you think the word love is overused?
I love you.
Or is it meant to be overused?
I don't think it's overused because there's a bunch of different contexts that you can use it in. And I feel like when you use it in the right context and you're serious enough about it, it still holds that special meaning. Like,
there are people in my life that use I love you with every single person.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, like, I have friends and like I have guy friends that like they'll like say something really funny or something. I'll be just like, God, I love you, or like something like that. But like knowingly joking and, like send heart emojis and stuff like that. But it's all in like a friendly manner. But I feel like if you're in the situation where like somebody truly loves you, like romantically, and they want to express that to you, I feel like if you take it seriously enough, I don't think the overuse really dampens the meaning.
I love you.
Well, like, I've seen on Facebook or Twitter, like someone posts something, oh, I love you so much. I love you too. And I love you. And then everyone joins in it. And I don't know, maybe that's a good thing that everyone's just loving on each other. But
yeah,
like,
I mean, I'd rather people be saying I love you than I hate you and like get off my feed.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, where do you draw the line, or do you at all, between saying I love you to every single person in your life or reserving it for the people truly closest to you?
I mean, I wouldn't go around being like, oh, I like you a lot as a person.
I have a strong liking.
I have a strong liking. Yeah, like I don't know. Like, there's different levels of love. There's like friendly love. There's like, oh my God, like I love Jake Gyllenhaal, like obsessive love. And then there's like, I love you, sugar. True love.
Yeah, I love this sandwich.
Yeah,
but then I don't qualify that.
I love you. I love you.
I just think if you are mature enough and you use it in the right context. Like, and like you say it and you take it seriously enough, I don't think it loses the meaning at all. But I mean, I don't know. I'm more of like a hopeless romantic type person. Like I am a total.
I thought you were going to say
What?
I'm more of the hopeless type.
No. I'm more of like the hopeless romantic type where like, not that I take things seriously, but like I believe in soulmates and stuff like that. But so like I feel like when the moment comes where it's supposed to mean what it means in the serious manner that it will. So like I don't really care. I feel like people would waste their time and like effort reserving love. Like I feel like it's just such a natural thing to say, like not love itself, but like the
Like
saying
they have a
it.
ledger.
Like literally, like
ledger.
I feel like people would just be like, "Oh, I can't tell this so much that I love it." Like I
I've
just
spent
think
too much love today.
Yeah,
I'm on a budget.
Yeah, like I feel like people would just exhaust themselves like watching how they say "I love you."
And then you got to report love in your tax return at the end of the year.
Yeah, be like, "You overused this much love."
Oh, that would be awesome if you could get like
Love back?
Yes.
Yes.
Love
I
is
know.
tax deductible.
Oh my God. I mean, I don't know. I think that would be like funny, but also like, I feel like in the moment, you know, like, I feel like in the moment you're supposed to feel the way you feel. And like afterwards stuff can happen and like, you know, things can go wrong. But I feel like in the moment it still matters. So like, you know, people all about their exes that are like, oh, I hate my ex. I like never wish I met you. And like stuff like that. Like I can like relate, but like, I wouldn't ever like take back moments. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, but in the moment you have that knee jerk. Oh, why did I do this? This was all a mistake. I want to go back in time and not do this. But I think after some time passes, you appreciate what the experience was and what it taught you.
Yes. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, there's some experiences where like, no, I mean, I'm glad that they happened, but I obviously wouldn't do them again. But then but like, I just know that like everything happens for a reason. And like, you're supposed to feel it the way that you feel in certain situations. And so like, I wouldn't take anything back. I wouldn't want to be like, oh no, I want to take all of my love and all my liking back from you because like, I don't know.
Undo
everything. I don't want you to know anything about me.
Control Z.
Yeah.
Did you have what? I don't even know what you call them. Did you have any of those like middle school, elementary school relationships where like you asked the other person to be your boyfriend? Did that ever happen?
Everybody thought I was a lesbian in middle school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you have any lesbian girlfriends?
No, I got a pixie cut before they were popular. And in middle school, everybody just associated that with like a lesbian. So like from 6th grade to my freshman in high school year, I was just a lesbian.
Okay.
But yeah, and I mean, okay, it's not that I just was.
You were really a lesbian, yeah, but you just accepted that.
I was a lesbian.
Right,
and like, and I was a weird
weird
kid. Yes, I was like one of those weird kids that was like just really loud and really obnoxious and nobody liked and stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, I'm still like that. I've just found people who like me. But because, you know, middle school's all about like, oh, the popular kids and that kind of stuff. And I just wasn't one of them. And in high school, like literally, okay, well, from my perspective, mature people literally do not care whatsoever. And even just like what you would deem as the popular crowd, like once you know like everything that the dynamics of it and everything, you're just like, that's too much work. Like, why would you want to put yourself through that? Like, that's awful. But no, I have 2 really, really good friends, and I'm glad that I found them because they literally love my personality and love who I am. So I'm glad I didn't change.
So you have them fooled.
Yes,
completely.
I have them completely manipulated. I'm like, yeah, like completely just brainwashed.
Nice. You know what I did for Valentine's Day?
Oh yeah, let's go back to that. What?
Do you care?
Oh no, I do. No, I do. I just totally forgot. We kind of like went down.
I forgot you were here. I was just talking, you know. Let's see. My wife brought dinner home from Chili's, one of your favorite places.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons. And we had dinner at about 10 o'clock.
At night?
Yeah.
No, in the morning.
And then she went to bed and I watched TV until I fell asleep, and that was my Valentine's Day. Old people Valentine's Day.
See, okay, like I was actually talking about this the other day. Like, I appreciate people who can appreciate not overdoing things. Like, I appreciate the people who are like,
appreciate nothingness.
No. But like, you know, like I appreciate the people who are cool with like, hey, can we just get dinner and like chill? Like, you know, like, but also again, like that hopeless romantic side. Like, I love just like the classic, like buys a dozen roses and like, you know, just like, and it's not even like, I don't consider people showing their love through extravagant gifts and stuff like that. But I just think it's like, it's really cute and it's really thoughtful. And it's like, oh my God, like you're wanting to do this for me, like type of thing. But no, I honestly think like by the time I'm like 50, hopefully married or whatever, I'll just be like,
Are
whatever.
you a flowers and candy kind of girl or?
I don't know. Like, I know people, I don't really like flowers because like, I'm just going to throw them away anyway. Like,
right.
So I like, you know.
Where did this tradition begin of
flowers?
I will give you dying flowers, essentially.
I don't know. Like, I guess just like in old times when they're like, oh, that's pretty. Reminds me of her. Let me give that to her. I don't know. I like, and like not even stuffed animals. Like I like meaningful gifts, like, you know, like a pretty necklace or like a bracelet or something like that.
The latest iPhone.
Yeah, the latest iPhone. Like, I like meaningful things because, like, you know, you can only get me so many necklaces and bracelets. So, like, when you do get me one, it's like really nice and really like cherishable. Instead of giving me like 50 stuffed animals, I can just like lay on my bed. Like, I don't know.
How many stuffed animals do you have?
I have one. His name's Jeffrey. I'm not kidding. It's Jeffrey the Moose. He made showcases on my Instagram back in middle school. This is what I'm telling you. I'm like a weird kid.
Jeffrey the
Moose. I got him, you know, at Kohl's, like whenever like you go to check out and they have like the stories, like, and then the stuffed animals that match it. I just wanted the stuffed animal. Like I just wanted the stuffed animal. So I got it and it was Jeffrey. And it's weird because like, I don't take him anywhere. Like, it's not like a comfort thing. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm far from home, I gotta bring Jeffrey. It's just,
what is that voice?
I don't know. Something from my childhood. I tried to erase as many childhood memories as I can, but
really,
no,
did you have a bad childhood? Tell me about your childhood. Was it awful?
So traumatic. No, like I said, I was just weird, and like people did not like me, and I did not like that because I'm a very not a people pleaser person, but like I'm very paranoid about like I'm not even okay. It's really ironic because I come off with this like really like I think people confuse outgoing and confidence.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so like I'm very outgoing and like I'm not afraid to come up to you and talk to you.
Right.
But I'm still going to be running through my head like, oh my God, what is this person thinking about me?
Right.
Like, but it's like that, those thoughts don't prevent me from talking to people. So it's like, everybody's like, oh, Maddie has this like confidence about her. And it's like, I don't have this confidence. Like, I don't walk around thinking like, oh, like I look good. I know people like me, stuff like that.
Right.
It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a whole level of like conceitedness.
Yeah, like confidence really isn't. I found this like picture one day and it was like confidence isn't thinking people like you. Confidence is being okay if people don't like you, which is like what I don't have like at all.
And I think we've talked about this before. I mean, there has to be a certain baseline level of caring what other people think, because if there isn't, then nothing governs you from just being an awful person to other people. I don't think
it's so much caring what other people think. I think it's like, okay, I don't think it's caring what other people think when it comes to yourself. Like doing things for yourself, what you're going to wear, what you're going to look like, stuff like that. But like, obviously, like you're not going to go around and maliciously hurt people and be like, oh, I don't care what you think, like type thing. Like, I don't think that's not what confidence is. But.
Right. And by the way, if you've been suffering through this podcast, we know nothing.
Oh, yeah. Like,
we are not experts. We don't claim to be. We don't pretend to be. We're just two people having a conversation.
Yeah.
And trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that old people figure things out loud? Have you ever noticed that?
No.
Like if they're walking in, I think this door works because it's connected to this. Like they're just every thought.
I've never ran into a person who talks out loud like that.
Really?
Like, you mean to themselves?
Or to their old significant
I mean, what if
other?
they don't have a significant other?
Then it's just whoever's around in the moment, or they don't care. They're just thinking out loud.
Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed emotions about older people.
What? Wait. Okay, let's explore this.
Okay, maybe I don't have... Okay, it's not that I have mixed emotions about older people. It's just that I do not like the portrayal of the millennial generation on social media, and I do not like the adults that feed into that stigma. Like, okay, like there's like people like you.
So you're talking, I mean, because essentially baby boomers are what, in 60s?
I guess so,
right
yeah.
now,
So
70s?
like the baby boomer generation, like, you know, like there's a lot of people who are like totally against technology and totally against like this like progressive era and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, like that's all good and well. Like, I'm glad you have your own opinion on that, but don't correlate that with the behaviors and the actions of the millennial generation.
But isn't that how it always goes? Because it's like, you know, I think back to how people viewed rock and roll, you know, and they're like, oh, you can't have this rock and roll. Everyone's going to be having sex and shooting people.
Like, it's not only that. It's just like, okay, so like, for example, I saw this like BB&T ad on Instagram or whatever, and this teenage girl is holding a check, and she's like looking at it like dumbfounded and like smelling it and stuff like that. And then her mom comes in and is like, and you know, she has that like, oh, sweetheart. Like, I'm just like, we're not idiots, you know? like we're not just these like totally just like, you know, we're not just this like brainwashed generation. And like all of these technological advances that are happening are coming from the millennial generation. Like, we are smart, intelligent people. And it really bothers me when people are like, oh, the millennial generation sucks, but we need to take care of these kids because they're our future and they're the ones who are going to be taking care of us whenever we're older. It's like, okay, well, if we're going to be taking care of you while we're older, don't piss us off in the meantime.
Yeah, but see, so you guys are just trying to create technology to take care of the older people so that you don't have to do it.
Yeah, precisely.
That is smart.
So we can continue to create technology without having to worry about old people.
Now, the same could be said. I've seen commercials for, like, why do they create special cell phones for old people?
They do
have
that?
You seen? Yeah. There's like commercials, and I forget which ones there are, but they're like, oh, we use cellular plus because we're old people and it's got like big numbers on it and stuff like that. Like, aren't we saying that, okay, they're too stupid to operate?
I don't think it's that they're too stupid. It's actually, I don't think it's that they're too stupid. I just think it's because, I mean, you know, when I get older, I'm going to want to preserve some of my memories and some of the history from my generation when I was a teenager. And I feel like that's what older people are doing. Like, they don't want to dive into this whole technology, but also if they don't, they're going to kind of somewhat be left behind and like kind of be detached from society. So like, I feel like it's an awesome thing that we're allowing to have simpler technology and that kind of stuff so that we don't lose them in the process, but they also don't have to catch up to our speed. Because I mean, I agree. Like, if I was like an older person, I didn't really care, didn't want to stay in contact with social media or anything like that. Like, the newest iPhone, like, I don't really care about that. But, you know, once you get so many iPhone generations away from not getting a new one, you know, you're kind of left out in the loop and stuff like that. So I kind of appreciate how they're incorporating older people.
I think there's a level of care involved. Like,
yeah.
Like, because I have an iPhone, you have an iPhone, but I guarantee you know how to use that iPhone
way better than you.
80% better than me. Calling, texting, maybe checking my finances or something simple like that. But
like, I get that. I get like wanting to be simple, but it's just like, you know, like with the whole like Alexa thing coming out, and like, you know, I've seen all the ads on TV where it's like you can close your garage door like once you leave your house if you forget to and stuff like that. Like, I just think if older people gave technology a chance, they would actually really like it.
Okay, but if you are leaving the house and forgetting to close your door,
the garage door,
any door, you have a larger problem.
I mean, but like, you've never been like, oh, did I turn the stove off and like stuff like that?
Yeah, every day I leave the house. I'm like, did I make sure that the hair dryer's not precariously hovering over a bathtub full of water? Like, I'm always thinking that. I left the dryer running? Is the house gonna burn down? You know?
Yeah. Okay. So then going back to like the whole teenager thing, teenagers. Okay, so I'm guessing this is kind of just like a generational thing, but were teenagers portrayed the same way that we are in this generation? Like the whole like, oh, you're just a pesky little teenager. You don't know what you're doing. Like stuff like that. You know what I mean? What are you laughing at?
Pesky teenagers.
You're a pesky teenager. You don't know what you're doing. No, but I've like that's what I'm saying when I mean that like I have mixed emotions about older adults is because there's adults that I've met. Okay. Not to be like conceited or narcissistic or anything, but like I am a very respectful person towards older adults. Like I've been raised.
Like you don't go around kicking old people.
No, I mean not only
That's
that,
good.
but like I haven't been raised like, you know, it's always Miss and their last name or Mr. and their last name. It's always thank you, please. Like I've been raised with manners, and it almost feels weird to me to not be respectful towards elders, even if they're mean. Like I can run across the most crotchety old man, and it's still, since they are older than me, I have to be respectful. So kind of like a preface.
Because you want their money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But kind of like the preface of that is just like, okay, like I am already respectful as it is, but people are like not even going to give me a chance because I am a teenager and all this stuff. And it's like, you know, like wearing my hat backwards, like just like simple stuff like that. That's like, oh, nope, you're a rebellious teenager. It's like, you don't even know me.
Were you respectful to me the day you hit me while we were recording one of your songs?
Hold on, you gotta define hit.
I'm a crotchety old man.
You gotta define hit.
Okay, you whiplashed me. I don't even know what it was. What was it? It was like a hair tie or something?
It wasn't even my headband. There was just a headband on the table. I was like, I wonder how hard this one is.
I don't even know what you'd call that, but you gave me a lashing with that thing. And it's on. If I can find it, I'm going to put it. Let's see. Here it is. Oh, jeez. What the hell was that? I am officially recording this magazine trying to attack me. That was some Indiana Jones whip action right there. It was like, like.
Did it seriously hurt that bad?
Yeah, yes. Did you not hear it? It literally sounded like a cartoon whip. It went,
Did we get it on recording?
Probably. Jeez. File a restraining order.
You just...
See? Don't you feel so? You have no respect for crotchety old men.
It's funny. It was funny.
How did we get this far off of Valentine's Day? So,
oh gosh.
Okay, so what do people your age do for Valentine's Day?
I think people my age, which, you know, I have probably been hypocritical many moments throughout this podcast, but I think people my age focus too much on the media and are like, oh, when you're in love, you're supposed to buy them the big teddy bear. You're supposed to, you know, say I love you within the first couple of months and like stuff like that. So people my age, I feel like just the whole relationship and love thing is very fake, and it's not, you're not together for the right reasons. So that's why I can't say that I've never had a boyfriend, but like, that's why I have never had a lot of relationships, because it's something that like I take very seriously. Like, I'm not just going to date you because, oh my God, your favorite color is blue. My favorite color is blue. We're soulmates. Like, no, like I'm going to date you because I enjoy your presence and I like being around you and stuff like that. And I feel like there's just way too much of a pressure to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a significant other at this age. I don't know. Like, when I picture my perfect relationship, it's it's becoming such good friends with somebody that you couldn't really imagine them not being your boyfriend. And, or, you know, like, you know, focusing on like the personality and like the ethics and the morals of a person, and not just like, oh, you have like, you know, the washerboard abs and like the whooshy hair. I want to go after you. Like, I mean, yes, you have to be physically attracted to your partner, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's just fake. And people are just like, I want a boyfriend because I want a boyfriend. And then when we break up, I'm going to act like it's such a big deal and like all this stuff.
Right.
And if it wasn't even meaningful to you in the first place, then why are you making a big deal out of it?
Yeah. I think people just do what you're going to do. I remember like the first couple girlfriends I had, you do what you think you're supposed to do. Like you hit all the bullet points. Like,
yeah.
Okay, I got to buy her flowers.
Yes.
I got to buy her candy because this is what I've seen in movies and on TV.
Yes, and then it's meaningless.
Right.
So, like, it's literally
but
meaningless.
That's where you start, because...
That's not where I started.
But what template are you going off of? Like, what are you basing your idea of a relationship on? Is it your own people that are around you, or
I mean,
what are you basing it on?
I think once you start basing it off of a template is when it's going to start to go wrong. Like, I feel like you should just let it happen as it happens. And like,
so how do you know what to do? It's almost like asking, how does a bird learn how to fly? Like, I mean, is it instinctual, or?
Yes, I think it's instinctual in the sense that you shouldn't have to think, oh, what should I do? You should be thinking, this is what I want to do. Yeah. So I don't think it's like, okay, yeah, I really like this girl, I'm going to go get her candy. It's, hey, Maddie's had a bad day. Her favorite candy is sour gummy worms. I'm going to go get her sour gummy worms. It's not, I don't know. And like, even another reason why I feel like all these relationships are fake is because whenever those moments do happen where like they're considerate and they do something for you, it's flaunting like all over social media.
Right.
And it's
because
like,
it's okay, here's what I'm doing. I'm such a great person.
This. Like, yeah. And it's just like, you shouldn't be with somebody if you're using it to assure your self-worth.
Right.
Like, that's going to go downhill.
That's
so
kind of the
fast.
problem with social media in general is it's created these, your own personal reality show, and you're controlling what you want people to see. I've literally known what's going on with people, and they're posting the exact opposite of what is happening. People are going through a miserable time, but they're posting, I'm having such a wonderful time. So it's all fake.
Yeah. And like, another aspect of it is like, you know, the whole like, oh, I didn't get a lot of likes on this, so I'm going to take it down. It's right, like the attention is the only word. Yeah. Like, I posted a poll to Instagram the other day because I've been thinking about starting a vlog, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm going to post a poll and see what people think. And yes, the majority of people did say that like I should do it, but there was still that like 33% that was like, oh no, you shouldn't do it. But it's like, I'm still going to do it anyway, like, type thing. So it's like, so like, why did you care? What did you care? I don't know. I think it was because I wanted to see who would be interested in it. Like, if it even was worth it, because the foundation that I want to build it off of is not, I mean, kind of like advice or something like that. Like, my topics that I want to talk about require an audience. It's not just like, oh, I'm going to create this and whoever likes it, likes it. Like, that's not how it would work. Yeah. See, that's where I always came from, whether it was songwriting or writing. I never played any game of anticipation as to what people would like, or try to play the game of, oh, well, people like this, so I'm going to make something like this. I just did what I wanted to do. Yeah. I went to governor's school over the summer, and it was very interesting because, like, did you have to call everyone governor? Like, top of the day, governor? No, but I did meet the governor. Really? So, yeah. So that was cool. The governor of what? North Carolina. Ah. I'm pretty sure. Why? I'm pretty sure that's who he was. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so you went to governor's school. So yeah, I went to governor's school, and while I was there, like, you know, we were all same in the sense that we were very like intellectual people, and we were very mature and that kind of stuff. But like you found your very close-knit group of friends based off of your interests. And it was a very unique and specific environment to where that was very easy to happen. And then like coming back home, it's like people don't do what they want to do because they're worried about what everybody else thinks of them. And like at Gov School, I didn't have time to go on social media, like show what I was doing or look what other people were doing because I was so busy with myself. And I think that was a really awesome experience, but it's very hard to come back home and that's what everybody is obsessed with. And then like trying to not fall into obsessing over social media and that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I don't know. It's very hard to find that close-knit group of people. And that's one of the reasons why I'm really excited to go to college because, you know, high school, yeah, you have clubs, but like you don't have like very specific extracurricular things that you can do. And at college, you know, you're already split up based off of what you care about. So like obviously zoology, like I'm going to be surrounded by people who love animals just like me. And then like they have like a radio. I'm pretty sure they have like a radio channel like for campus that like I'm going to look into. It's like they have these very just like split up, diverse, specific activities that you can take part in. And I can kind of sense that that's literally going to be the same exact thing that happened at Gov School. So I'm like so excited.
Yeah. And you would probably prefer no Valentine's Day in college. A college that does not allow Valentine's Day.
I enjoy Valentine's Day because like the candy, like I enjoy it. And
but
I don't
only
know.
if it's sour gummy worms.
And there's Galentine's Day.
What's Galentine's Day?
The day before Valentine's Day.
Why is it Galentine's Day?
Because it's only for your gal pals.
Do guys have a Galentine's Day? Like a guy? No, that doesn't work because it.
A Broentine's, a Bruntine's Day, Brutines.
No, see, guys don't care enough.
Yeah. Okay, do guys seriously not care enough? Like,
it depends on what kind of guy you're talking about. Because
I mean, I feel like guys are too scared to like be passionate about something because people are like, oh, that's gay.
I don't think guys have any idea what they're doing. Like any guy, no guy knows what they're doing.
Girls don't either.
No. But I think girls have a better head on their shoulders than guys do.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, hold on. Let me say something about that.
Okay.
I'm so tired of this stigma that's like, girls are always the crazy ones in the relationships. Like, that is so annoying because, like, thinking about, like, my past experiences, like, all through high school and, like, it's hearing my friends, like, 85% of the time, it's the guys that you're just like, how can you be so clueless and just, like, what?
Well, girls can be clueless, too, because...
In what sense? I feel like girls are the opposite and overanalyze.
I think both can be clueless, but I think girls can be clueless in the sense that, like, girls either think a guy is flirting with them or have no idea a guy is flirting with them. And then guys, I don't even think that they realize how they come across. I think guys make a lot of stupid moves and say a lot of stupid things, and they have no idea how women receive it.
I can totally agree with that.
Unless it's just blatant and obvious, but like, especially young guys with no experience, teenage guys, like, I don't think they realize what the heck they're doing.
I just think girls are just all into the whole, like, I'm going to tell you that I don't want you to call me, but I want you to call me. And guys are like, okay, I'm not going to call you. Like,
right.
You know, like,
Passive aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really... I mean, I might be passive aggressive in some moments, but like I usually speak my truth and I'm usually just like, hey, don't like that. We need to talk this out, like stuff like that.
I think a good rule of thumb, people have to screw up and make mistakes and just go
like,
through the growing. Like you can't.
Oh, I'm going to like flirtily, I'm
going to move my hair a certain way and I want him to kiss me, and then he doesn't kiss me and then I'm going to cry.
Yes.
And like, why can't we just do what we say what we mean?
Yeah.
There's a song.
Yeah. I don't know. I think rejection's a big part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because my thing is like, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. So like, if you're meant to be with somebody, you're both going to feel the same way in the same moment.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't get your panties in a wad.
Right.
Do boys have a saying like that? You know, like girls are like, oh, don't get your panties in a wad. But like,
guys don't have much of anything.
Don't get your boxers in a bundle.
Don't.
Don't.
Probably something sophomoric and
Yeah,
lowbrow
say,
humor,
yeah.
All right. Well, we've rambled on quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
A little bit about Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I'm going to say what I expect on Valentine's Day. What I expect is maybe just a quick snuggle and a peck on the cheek, at least from my loved one. But I don't care about anything material.
Yeah. I mean, I expect meaningful. Like, it can be material, but it has to be meaningful. Like, don't just get me like a bunch of stuffed animals and a bunch of flowers. Like, give me some, like, write me a letter or.
Yeah, who does that?
Yeah, like write me a letter or, you know, plan a night out to my favorite restaurant, like something like that. Like, I cherish memories and adventures, like coming over and snuggling and watching Netflix and stuff like that. I'm just like, we can do that any day. Like,
I'll tell you something I did when I was in high school.
Oh God.
And it was it's not something I could say every guy would do.
Yeah.
But I would write a song for a girl and I would write it in a way that included her name. So if the name had 2 syllables and the relationship didn't work out, I could reuse that song a month or 2 later.
Oh my God.
And say, hey, I wrote this song for you.
Oh my God.
So I recycle. I recycle thoughts and ideas.
Oh my God.
So this has been, I'm Jeff and you're who?
Yeah, I'm Maddie.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Do you love me?
Yes.
Do you? Do you love me? Do you love me?